Thank you. Just real quick, I wanna kind of make a correction here, okay? I got thinking about some of the things that I was saying yesterday, and I wanted to make sure that I clarify things. Okay, when I started with Grandmaster Remy, was in 1995. When I started with Grandmaster Ernesto, going parallel to camps and all that with both of them, was in 96. And since Grandmaster Remy's passing and things like that, I have purposely sought out what I believe are some of the top instructors in Modern Arnis for me to train with and for me to bring into our school. And like Grandmaster Dieter Kanoodle, Grandmaster Dan Anderson, and you know, Dr. Tim Hartman and things like that. So Dieter kind of explained things best the one day when he was talking at one of our seminars for our students, and he said that you want to picture a mountain. Now, going up the mountain are many different paths. Some are easier than the others, some are not, you know? And we're all on the same path, climbing that mountain. It is not that, you know, when I was saying I thought that some people were doing things wrong, it is not that I was saying that you can't do it that way. I choose a different path, okay? So I just want to make sure that that's, you know, kind of understood, that I am not saying that, you know, my way is the only way, because I was not one of the people that Grandmaster demonstrated with, flat out. He demonstrated with other people that are more skilled than I or whatever, and they learned different lessons than I did. I was the person like you, out in the crowd with my notebook, writing down everything we did, everything he said, and all that, so later on I could pass it on to my students. But I didn't get to experience the pain that he could inject and things like this. So I just want to make that, you know, clear to everybody as I explain this. Now, I'm going to try and impart some things to you that I learned over the years in doing this drill. Remember, Grandmaster would demo. Grandmaster would say, "Can you do this? I want to see." And we're left to our own devices. And we're out there working it. And I once asked Grandmaster, "When should I start teaching?" "Oh, from the beginning." And it's like, oh, okay. So I would start trying to teach the tapping drills to my white belt beginning students, which was the wrong way to do it. I really believe that what he was meaning to say to me was you start teaching the skills that you have in the tappy drills. And then you kind of put all these things together later on. Because the skills that you learn in the tappy patterns and things are built in other drills. Once again, this wasn't really explained in that format, but you know, looking back over on it now, I can see how this progression kind of occurred and things like that. Okay? So, now, like I said, there were different ways to teach. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways today. Not the pattern, but you know, how you might approach the instruction and things. My instructor that introduced me to both Grandmaster Remy and Grandmaster Ernesto was Hawk Hawkeye. Hawk was a very combative type instructor. It was all about the fight to him. He didn't care about the art, he cared about the fight. And so in 1996 he hosted Remy for a camp up in Oklahoma City, and Remy showed us this particular move. So this is what we're going to start out with, going on the left on right yesterday. We were out here like this, and I come in and I capture and I go here. Now yesterday I showed you, you go here, correct? We're here like this, or you go here. But this was the first way I learned it. that when we were here like this, he would take this puño and drive it into the hip here and then smack him in the head. Completely different training methodology than here. Put this up here on the shoulder for the student safety's sake. Do you understand what I mean? It's a completely different idea in this. So from right here, what you do is when you've got hold of this, you feed him this to take his mind off it and shove it down into his hip and then crack him in the head. Now, as Dieter also explained, the tappy drills are like, if you think of a big building with hundreds of rooms in that building. Each room has a door to enter into and a window. My goal as the teacher is to lead that student into that room. I provide him with one way out. That's it, I open the window. It doesn't mean it's the easiest one, the most expedient or anything. It's a window that he's got to crawl through, do whatever to get out, but that's my goal. And immediately then I lead him into another room. Open another window. Okay? An example of this would be this technique that we were doing here. If I want to close the room, I hit him. I disarm him here, clock him in the head, and hit him again. I close the room. There is no window. Okay? But, for the sake of the drill, I come in, I get to here, I go here, I bring this in, I go here, I hit, so I can practice, lift up underneath, grab here, and pull him off. You notice how when I grabbed, I pulled him over here to this side, forcing him to move that way. I'm teaching him, don't stand still. I force him over this way because I want to get him into a position where I am once again in the superior position. Does everybody understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And so this is a overlaying concept of the drills, of me being the driver, of always being aware of where I'm positioning him and what counters I have, but giving him an option to come up with something, to open that window for him. Okay? So, this particular one, we're going to start off first with here, like this, and I want you to just practice shoving that down, cracking him in the head. Can we do that real quick? And then we're going to move on to some other ones, but I want everybody to get a feel for that. Can we do that? Sure. Everybody get together. The next thing that I want to, kind of explain is, when you're doing this, when I might be showing you things, I might be showing you a little bit more intensity and things. That's because I'm used to this. But you don't want to really train all the time that hard. You don't want to do all this. Come here, Paul. You don't want to be out here, doing this all the time, because then we have to get back, reset. Okay, let's go back here again. That's the whole idea about opening up the window and guiding them into the next room. Okay? And then you move on from there and you keep on going. And such like that, so that you're learning to drive, you're learning to flow. Alright? So, this one here, when we come in and I capture and I stick this in his ear. Now see, when I grab this, I want you to think of a wave on an ocean. It draws back and then it crashes forward. Okay? So, as I capture this stick, see, I'm drawing back, I'm pulling, and this goes to his head. So if he's on board, he grabs right here. And once he does, then I pull this forward while I shove this forward, meeting in the middle and lock. Boom! Now I can hit him. Now I can strip it. That's closing the door and not opening the window. But from here, I go here like this. If I go here and get it, now I can open the window. But I'm going to show you something interesting that I that I've enjoyed working here. On this same lock, because everybody can see this, on the same lock here, if I get this and I pull this here in the middle, he can still kick me. You see what I mean? But see, if I get to here and I lock him and I set him down, I transfer his weight to this foot and I bring him down, and that's where I can get to him. That's where I can still kick him, but right here, can he pick up his foot? You know.
No.
You know, I could come in here and I can now lock him. You know? It's okay. You know? But my point in this, what I'm trying to show you is that by pushing him out here to the outside of this foot, I weight that foot so he can't lock it, or he can't kick me with it. But I can still kick him. I can still choke him, do whatever. Okay? So, now, off of this same entry, here, this time what I'm going to do is, you know how we were pulling back going here? Right? I'm going to pull back here. Grab on. Okay? So look, if he doesn't grab on, all right, and I pull back, go ahead.
Okay.
All right. As I pull back, see, it comes loose, fine, I hit him. Okay? But if he grabs on for control, then I bring it here, now I got both locked. You see what I mean? And then I got to hit here. And then I can hit him here. You see what I'm saying? So, we're here. He comes up, I hit, I trap, lift, now we're back out. So that's another insert that you can do. It's called the double trap. Here, pull this in and hit him. Hit, lift. You see what I'm saying? Sure. Can we try that?
Sir.
Very good. Let's try it. Modern Arnis, if you look at my back of my shirt, you see the red circle and the different weapons and the empty hand. And that's how I try and teach my art. My version of the Filipino martial arts, my combination of different things I learned from Ernesto, Grandmaster Remy, you know, Guillermo, Mirada, all these other arts that I've been fortunate enough to get to study with, you know, the grandmasters that had people with, okay? But I believe very much that things are all the same. And again, looking on the back of the shirt, that's why I put Grandmaster Remy's, it's all the same, because I try to teach it from the perspective that everything's similar. Okay, you can do similar things. So, let's say, for instance, take it out of the dueling range, because that's what this is. I'm stick dueling. Grandmaster Remy, when he was teaching on Cappy with us, he, oh, can you hear me, Art Stick? Thanks. So, Grandmaster is teaching Cappy, and at the end of the, I think it was the Friday night when it was black belt time, Grandmaster Remy sits us all down and he starts telling a story. And somebody, I don't know if somebody asked him or how he got into it, but he was telling us how he came about the idea of the stick locking and the trapping aspect. And the professor said that he was in California City, I believe it was San Francisco, but he's basically accosted or threatened by a homeless person who had a hammer, which is what this represents. Okay? So, go ahead and put it down. So, guy threatens Remy with a hammer. And Remy took pity on the person. You know, he could easily have defended and beat the guy senseless with a hammer. Gone to jail, and that would have been the end of it. But instead, what Remy did was, as the person is threatening Remy, whether it's out here or whatever, the way Grandmaster described it was, he grabbed that hammer, he gave him this, And the guy blocked. And then he comes back and he trapped the guy's hand. Now, if he takes it like this, he could go over here and see now he's got him locked like this. Okay? And so, Grandmaster had all these other different locks that didn't involve beating that person senseless. So, these were to teach a specific skill. So if we were like this, and he comes in and he feeds a back fist, or he feeds anything, he brings the stick over, hits to the back of the wrist, and grabs and pulls. You see what I mean?
Sure.
So, go ahead, relax. This could be, you know, if I have something, and he comes in, and, I'm sorry, I gotta take a letter. Here, you got this. So he's like, yes, I got me a rolled up magazine or anything. You know, and he comes in and I hit here like this and I feed him here. He grabs on and lock him this way and then get him. I'm just breaking him down to get him off balance so that I can hit him. These do not go to jail locks. Okay? So I'm just trying to show you a different thing. Notice, I can't do this if it's a knife. Because if I'm here like this, why would I bother trying to lock him up? Grab. Trying to lock him up like this. Okay? Or anything, you know? If, let me see. I'm trying to think. I was just thinking of this on the way here. But, never mind. I've lost my train of thought. It's too late. So, we're out here like this. And now this is like, let's say that he's going to shove me or whatever. So I grab on here. I got the thumb lock. Oh, I hit him here in the head. He grabs on. See, this is the same double trap that we were doing before. You see what I mean? I can, from here, come back, yank and turn him. Oh, he's sweaty. Come in overhead, like here, so that I got him this way. And drop him. You know, there's any number of different things you can start to connect once you start playing with this kind of material thing. So, anybody know what time it is? Shelly, how much time? What? I'm done?
You've got 6 minutes left.
Oh, I got 6 minutes left. Okay, last one. We're going to do this quick. So we're going to get to here, right? And I'm going to bring this up. Or no, I'm leaving it here. Okay, hold on, go back. We're in here like this, and I bring this down, and I come over this side. Now I feed in, and he grabs. Go right here to the crook. Reach up, grab, now I got him in a lock. Okay, so what this is you don't want to answer problems that I haven't asked. And so, what I mean by that is, I lay this off, I go here, I'm showing him the problem. I'm going to punyo you into the face. He solves it by checking here. But I present another problem. I hit, and I'm still trying to come in. Reach underneath, grab and lock. Now you come out and grab. Come down. Can we try that? All right, let's try that.
Somebody has to see it again.
Oh, okay, real quick. Real quick, you can do this off a single wall. Ready? We're just here. I step in and I grab and I feed. Right? And from here, oh, sorry, break. I come in and grab here and pull down. Now I feed. Hit right here to the crook of the elbow, shove in. This creates a space. Reach up underneath your stick and pull down, thereby compressing his arm onto the stick. Snake your hand out, grab. Let go. Would you do that? Go for it.